Vague refers to something that is unclear or imprecise in its meaning or intention. Inconsistent, on the other hand, refers to something that does not remain the same or is not uniform in its behavior or quality.
We'll see what happens. Who knows?
Yeah.
We got
the
Christmas,
holiday edition.
we got New Year's.
Yeah, we're going to
Jack's
be
drinking.
just like those
Let's see
folks
what
with
happens.
fetishes and play it by ear.
Do you have an ear fetish?
Somebody does, I'm sure. I got to imagine somebody out there in the world has an ear fetish. I'm not sure
That's
how
why I
you
cover
would have
mine
an
up.
ear fetish, but
That's why I cover it up.
that is true.
There's some
Here
free
I am.
bitches.
I just got a shirt on. If Jack didn't have those headphones on, this would be a messy screen.
Echo. Ugh. Evening, gents.
Happy New Year, fellas.
Yay.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Almost.
Almost.
Close
By
to
the time anybody listens to this,
country.
it'll be New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
everyone is sitting there going, what am I going to do on New Year's Eve? I'm going to listen to the podcast. I got to wait for the
Hell
podcast to
yeah.
publish.
Wait, who's first? Australia? By the time they listen to it, it might already be next year.
Right? It's true.
Man. So yeah, y'all missed the day for various reasons. Everybody has something going on. But it's only a day.
It's only a
So
day.
good.
Don't act like we've always been on time publishing.
Right. We're slightly inconsistent. Well, only slightly. I can't think of another word other than slightly.
Hang on, let me get my thesaurus out.
Oh, I love
So
that.
what's another Alexa, what's
that
another word for
dinosaur.
vaguely?
It is my favorite dinosaur.
That's the sword. Oh my god, that's the dinosaur.
I mean, he has the in his name. He's the dinosaur.
For
The
real.
Saurus.
No, I thought your ass was the Saurus.
Only after a weekend with you, Lou.
Oh, come on, give yourself more credit.
That's true.
Your spankings are the best.
Hey, I've never had any complaints. I've had complaints about plenty of other stuff.
But not
The
those
spankings
spankings.
are on point.
Yeah, spankings are on point.
If he hits the wrong end, yeah, sure.
That is kind of the worst.
That's
You
your
actually
stuff.
hit me on my butthole. How did you do that?
Those are my balls, sir. Please.
The David Copperfield is
Oh
spanking.
my god! If those are your
When
balls,
we got those spankings at the Hofbräu house, I was worried about that when Homegirl was revving up that bat. I'm like, I hope she doesn't hit my balls.
man. I mean, if she's trying to hit your ass and it's your balls, that's really a hemorrhoid. Get it right.
I'm just saying.
She's just trying to help you out.
Sometimes
She's
your
like,
balls
she
hang
sees that
low.
medical condition.
It's like, right, I know you wanted a vasectomy. I got you covered.
I got you.
Just blast them balls right up in the sack. Why does it feel like applesauce now?
Yep.
I thought there was going to be a needle involved. Nope.
Nope. Just a big ass wooden paddle and a cute German girl.
Yeah, it's my own personal business. Acorns to applesauce. Man,
Never look at scrambled eggs the same ever again.
How was Christmas?
I was gonna say, what did we miss? Yeah, I guess we did miss. We missed Christmas too. I see a whole one day shifted, and I'm like, oh, the world fell apart.
Right?
Like, where are we? Christmas is good. It's quiet.
Yeah. Did you get anything good?
Money, I suppose, is good. Plug for a keyboard, a universal plug for a keyboard that's been sitting around for a while. So,
Thank you for expanding on that, because I would have went straight to butt.
Yep. An expanding butt plug. What?
It's universal. It fits in all the butthole.
all of them.
It is butt
Negative,
agnostic.
positive, polarity. We are good to go. What kind of movie?
Wait. Is that like an innie or an outie for your belly button?
I mean, sort of.
What
Belly
makes it
button.
positive?
Hemorrhoids.
Exactly. Gotta love that polarity. Oh my goodness. How about you guys? Anything stand out? Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, presents?
No. I just spoil the girls. That's how I roll.
That makes sense.
Nobody spoils me, but
Man. You'd think for
spoiled.
once it'd be like, we got you, Pop. We got you. I got you,
Mm-mm.
husband.
no.
That was actually Jack's long game with the podcast. Was he would hope by him like showing his face constantly to us that we would have
Right.
taken care of.
Right. No, they always say I'm hard to shop for. Like I buy all my own shit all year or something.
That's fair. That's
weird. I can't see him doing that at all.
Right?
No, not at all. That's
No,
why he
no.
had 3 giant 75-pound fucking boxes on his front porch.
50. They're only 50, and they are giant.
Yeah, they are.
They're,
Okay. Ain't nobody gonna buy me a ghost.
Nope.
I could tell her, like, hey, you need to buy this for me. It would not happen.
Or it would happen, but it'd be on your credit card.
No, it wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen.
So I do have an Amazon list, but obviously
I've never seen this Amazon list.
I mean, it exists.
It does exist.
Oh, okay.
They do exist.
It do exist.
Yeah, like M&M's and Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Lou, M&M's do actually exist.
Those people,
real.
I saw them. I was at the M&M store in Vegas. I saw them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
They can stand still for a long time.
Yeah, they can.
It
was like Toy Story.
Same position. It was like, wow, these guys are good.
What about you, D? What'd you do for Christmas?
Nothing. Went and had a brunch on Christmas Day with a couple friends. That was it. Got a couple gifts. Nothing. All of them are downstairs where I'd show them off. But one of the guys I play softball with, I didn't realize was an artist, and drew me a picture of a stormtrooper with all like Viking stuff, like Viking colors and stuff like that. Because he was like, because I know you like Star Wars and I know you like the Vikings. And I went, well, that
reality.
Yeah. I guess you figured me out. But yeah, it was nice. He only did 2 of them for people, so I kind of was flattered that, But I had a friend stop by tonight, and she brought me a $100 gift card to the that was after that. Gave me a $100 gift card to the local nail salon, so I can get myself a couple pedicures.
Pedis? Yeah. Get them Hobbit feet taken care of.
Still no manis, just patties.
I mean, I guess I could. I am about time, so I'll probably do both when I'm there.
But then your hands will be nice and soft for Duke time.
Yeah.
I won't even know it's me. But no, that was it. Pretty low key.
What'd y'all do for Christmas dinner? Like some people have special dinners, whatever. I'm just wondering if y'all.
I got off
mac
work
and cheese.
I had lunch at the end at work, so I got out early. Wife did not cook; she reheated. We bought the Christmas dinner pack from Mimi's Cafe.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Black Eyed Pea did that out here too.
Ham and green bean casserole, stuffing.
Christmas ham? I thought that was Easter.
No, Christmas ham.
No, hams.
Christmas roast, Christmas turkey. I mean, I saw Christmas Carol. It was a turkey.
Some families do like turkey. Some families do like turkey breast. They don't do like a whole turkey because you just did a whole turkey like less than a month ago.
So,
but
you sure? It was a freaking turkey. Ebenezer Scrooge wanted a big ass turkey.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was goose back in the day.
Man,
mint goose.
If only I had a device that could look that up.
If only.
If only.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Instead, you have to go to the library and look at the encyclopedia.
Chat GPT.
Excuse me, it's library. Get it right.
There's an R in there, sir.
No,
it's over on February Street.
It's a silent R if there is.
Look, keep talking.
Don't forget
we'll go hard R, sir. Hard R.
Uh-oh. I mean, motherfucker, I'll say it before you will.
And somehow we'll all still get canceled. That'll be the weird thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we did that. It wasn't anything crazy. Christmas breakfast. I always did cinnamon rolls growing up, so she'll get those sometimes. But mostly her family does hot chocolate and Stollen, kind of German bread with, what the fuck is that? The almond paste. What's that shit called?
Nutella?
No, that's hazelnut. That's
hazelnuts.
What's the other one?
Almond paste?
Yeah, and they make like little pigs and shit out of it. Marzipan.
Fuck.
Marzipan. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching Prime.
That's marzipan, bruh.
I was going to say, no. I was watching Prime the other day, and I saw, because I got the one commercials because I'm cheap, and marzipan is some shit your doctor has to prescribe. So don't even give me that.
Unless you're allergic to it.
Exactly.
Lou,
don't use it if you're
between
allergic.
now and the next podcast, I want you to go see your doctor and ask him for a fucking marzipan prescription and tell me what he does.
That's gonna be so. Like, look, man, I was talking to my boys, and they saw me scratching my face all day. I need to get some marzipan. Fuck both of y'all. In Charles Dickens' novella, A Christmas Carol, Ebenezer Scrooge purchased a grand turkey and gave it to his overworked clerk, Cratchit, as a gift on Christmas Day. Y'all uneducated swine.
He wasn't going to buy Bob Cratchit a fucking goose.
That's what I'm saying. He got turkey. Scrooge bought a turkey.
But everybody else got gooses.
What the hell are you talking about, goose? Shit. He's out there pinching people's asses the whole time? Nah, he ain't that Christmas spirited.
No, he's flying the tomcats.
Well, that's better than the alley cats, I suppose. Marzipan.
They do. They make little pigs out of it.
What? Why?
I don't know why white people do shit.
It's an almond paste that they fucking sculpt into pigs?
Yeah, or like little Santa Clauses or fruits.
What the hell, man? Hold on, let me go look that crap up.
M-A-R's, maybe. There might be a T in it. Marzipan.
Why would there be a T in that? No.
Motherfucker, do I look like I speak German?
Yes.
Well, why are you buying foreign shit? What the hell?
Danke.
This looks like a block of cheese. What the hell? Like, seriously. Just a slice, looks like a log, and they just slice it. I don't see no damn shapes, no animals. Y'all making shit up. Y'all trying
look
to
up marzipan pig, then.
Okay, let's do that.
And if it's a link, Jack's just going to take you to Pornhub. That's all that's going to happen. Some guy's fucking a loaf of bread. See, told you.
Oh, okay. That pig's in the bag. Well, those pigs are kind of cute, actually. I ain't eating that. It's too adorable.
Then you get the fruits. They have marzipan fruits, too.
Yeah. And ain't nobody gives a shit about no fruit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is good. What the hell does marzipan mean? That definition.
Almond paste?
Because I'm like, how do you have marzipan fruit and marzipan pigs? I mean, some fucking bacon. I'm going to take some bacon and I'm going to shape it.
Like we have to go to Cost Plus to get it, too. So you have to go to the fancy stores for it.
A sweet yellowish paste of ground almonds, sugar, and egg whites. Often colored, racist motherfucker. Often colored and used to make small cakes or confections, or as an icing for larger cakes. Oh, that's why don't they just say that? It's that shit you make to make fancy cake designs.
It's not fondant. It's different.
The way they described it was like that.
No, it tastes way better than fondant.
Well, so you ate your tasty pigs?
No, we didn't get pigs. I was actually kind of sad about it.
You just got Cinnabon?
Your loaf that you saw, they put that in the bread. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
But cinnamon buns this year?
Yeah, we had cinnamon rolls too. Hot cocoa. Spoiled the girls. Little one got more zombie babies.
Saw that.
Big one got her Kendrick Lamar tickets.
And didn't even react.
No, yeah, she did. You see the video? She totally reacted.
Did. On replay, I watched it back. I'm like, no, that is more emotion than I usually get out of her.
I saw that 100%. And was like, holy crap. She's not a robot. Look at that.
Right. So now she can go back to school with her head held high. And she got.
But you got to take mom and dad. That's the only downside.
Nope, just dad. Them tickets was too expensive.
You get
just
one.
The two of you then?
Yeah, just me and her. My dad never took me to no rap concert when I was 14.
Yeah, I did, but it was rapping. Christmas music on in the background, the mall, just wrapping presents out. And
they were singing the Christmas rapping song by the waitress that, no, bah humbug, but that's too strong because it is my favorite holiday.
Nope.
No? Dang.
All right, we'll have to send it to you afterwards.
You know that song?
Yeah.
I don't hear you singing.
I don't know the words to the song.
Okay.
I know when he said it.
Duke's like, yeah, I know this jam. I got it.
Yeah.
AZ lyrics, buddy.
Right?
Sorry, hang on. Let me open up another tab that I need to have open during the podcast in case song lyrics fucking come up.
Exactly.
And I got to be like, oh shit, Jack's going to sing. I better type in the song.
Be prepared, Duke.
Always ready.
I had a browser open, ready to type in marzipan. What the hell?
I didn't need a browser because I know everything.
Damn.
I'm like leader up in this bitch.
What Roosevelt shirt are you wearing?
Alligator Loki.
Oh, Alligator Loki. Okay.
Yeah, the Alligator
It's even
Loki.
got Throg somewhere. Can't point to my
nipple.
nipple.
There it is. Yeah. We know where your nipples are.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little cold out here in the casino.
There's a really good steakhouse in town. They do the half of prime rib for Christmas. They do it's for 6 people, so it's like a half prime rib, a bunch of mashed potatoes, all the fixings and stuff like that. It's $250, but I was like, there's no way I'm eating a whole half a prime rib by myself, or else I totally would have bought it.
A whole
I gotta next year. I gotta get some people together, a few people who aren't doing anything, so we can get it, and I can send a report back.
Like, what's a half a prime rib? Like,
right?
Aren't there different sizes?
What's the other half of the rib? I don't.
Well, I think they just cut it in half. It's like a whole, the prime rib is like the whole piece, and then they cut enough for like 6 people, and then you cut that down from there. I think, again, I don't know. I'll have to buy it. I just got the email promotion, and I was like, that sounds really good. And then I asked a couple people, and they're like, not this year. And I was like, oh, but.
How much notice did you give them?
Like a week.
Yeah, that's not.
Well, I didn't get the email until the week before, so I didn't know it existed until I got that email.
That's bad on them.
Now?
Yeah,
that's bad on them. They only give you a week,
right?
Excuse me.
Wait, it was? I assume it was also sides. Were the sides separate?
Yeah. It was like mashed potatoes, green beans. Got you a basket of rolls.
A basket.
Came with a
singular basket, no refills.
How the fuck do you bring it home?
Yeah, you bring it home.
It's a take-home thing?
Yeah.
I thought you showed up at the restaurant.
Oh, speaking of,
you show up at the restaurant
of Christmas food, did you try your potatoes all rotten?
Nope. Ended up doing baked potatoes with steak and veggies instead. With crescent rolls.
Good replacement.
Yeah.
Like he didn't expand his culinary plate.
No, not at all. I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. No, I'm not gonna say I didn't look for. That was the original plan. Went there to go get it, and then saw these baked potatoes at Sam's and was like, "Huh, there's 4 of these already put together with all the fixings and everything. Just throw them in the oven for 45 minutes." I'm like, "Hey, how about this?" And she's like, "Oh, I was thinking that too." Pivot. So we went right to the baked potato instead, right. and then we pivoted the meat to like chuck roast instead of the. Yeah, it was chuck roast, not steak. It was the chuck roast because we both prefer it. So yeah, ended up doing that, and then pumpkin pie for dessert.
As one does.
Mm-hmm. It was either that or lemon meringue, but we're at Sam's and that's too. That's too much, man. I'd have to like take that shit to work. Be like, okay, y'all, right. Scavengers, come tear this up.
Mm-hmm.
Those pies are huge, man. Can I get at least the grocery store? You can get a half pie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, all right, that's cool.
You can even get the peat. You can even get the slice if you want. Like, there's only a couple of you.
You can just do that. But I mean, I'm fine with the half pie because they're smaller pies. They're an 8-inch, 9-inch pie. Fucking Sam's, that thing is 12, 13, 14, whatever size right. That thing is. It's huge.
You can put that shit on your car and drive it home.
No way.
Yeah. You have to strap it to the roof.
Shit, that thing's big enough to be the car. Hell, it's ridiculous.
Driving my pie home.
So yeah, nice and simple.
Well, with New Year's coming up, do you guys do New Year's resolutions at all?
No, I don't think I've done that in a long time. After I realized that I don't follow any of them, because it was like, what's the point? I mean, as you get older, it's like, if I want to do something, I'll just do it. I mean, cold turkey. It's like, you know what?
Now?
I want to, I'll just like, I feel like doing this. I'll do it starting now. And so I'm like, I'm going to act a fool until January 1st, and all of a sudden I'm going to be a good boy. Fuck that shit.
I can agree with that.
I mean, I think I probably spend more time doing reflection and thinking about stuff that I can improve on. Like, I mean, we've spent a lot of time on the podcast talking about being grateful and that type of thing. So those types of things, like what are things that I can do next year that, that maybe I didn't do enough. Looking back, you go, okay, like what could I have done more of? Not necessarily like holding myself to like, I'm going to do this 20% more.
Right.
Or I'm going to do this twice a week instead of once a week, but more of like, what am I going to do to try to put more, where am I going to put my efforts?
Right. I can agree with that.
So,
because I think that labeling it a New Year's resolution will kind of stress you out, right? Like, I'm a fucking failure. I missed the gym this week. I was supposed to go every week.
Yeah, I saw that commercial, like Failure Friday, the second Friday of January, whatever it is. It was like, okay. And then a lot of people do that shit. They just give up completely. Instead of, I had a bad day. And I was, nope, it's over. I'm done.
Yep. Try again next year.
Yep.
Yeah, I've read a couple articles talking about how much money gyms and shit make off
that
of
first month,
the January people joining in January, and then they don't bother canceling until July.
Right. Like, yeah.
Again, I mean, it's one of those things like when you subscribe to something and they just never use it, they don't care. They're still collecting their money.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to get that Experian app or whatever it is that'll help cancel all the shit you're not using. I don't know. I saw the commercial.
Rocket Money?
Yeah, that's one of them too. A lot of them do that. It's like, I don't know. I guess if you have a lot, I don't know. I keep track of my shit pretty easily. I don't know why people are like, oh, I didn't know I had this. How do you not know money's coming out of your account?
Accounts? Motherfucker,
yeah,
how do you not know you have 3 Netflix accounts?
For real. I know exactly
and I think that's part of the problem is once you get to the point of not being able to kind of keep track of it either through a spreadsheet or mentally, in your head or whatever, like that's when you got to start going, okay, now I need to start looking at where all my money's going, right? Like it's, yeah. Every time you go to the bar, well, that's free, Lou.
And not if you're subscribing to a website.
Why? You're doing it wrong, buddy.
Am I?
Yeah. You don't got to pay for that shit.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
I got some, I'll give you some pointers.
Pointers.
Yeah.
He's gonna be very blunt with his pointers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna lay it on heavy.
Yeah, but you can't help that. I mean, that's just genetics.
Yeah,
lay it on heavy. And big is big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I know. Hey, I'll have a resolution to lift weights anyway. There it is.
My chin is gonna be so strong by the end of the year.
It's like
my jaw.
You have such a Henry Cavill jaw all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to be the next Wolverine?
Did you get your cheeks done? Did you get some plastic surgery? Nope. Working out.
Just New Year's resolution.
Exactly. I just didn't give up on Failure Friday. That's all.
Start over Saturday is what I call it.
Right now it's Fellatio Friday.
Yeah. But yeah, no. But as far as that goes,
Saturday.
How about you, Jack? Are you a resolution guy?
No. I think I agree with Lou. Like, why wait until the beginning of the year to be better? Just be better. Just little things here and there. Is it a good idea to maybe make broad goals? Like it'd be cool if I worked out more. If I started a new tradition, a new habit, that'd be cool. But to put a New Year's resolution,
positive habit.
Yes.
Let's start a new habit. Yep, cocaine.
Right. Nah, man, plate the cookies during podcast. That's a new habit.
Yeah, it is. Hey, I don't have to start exercising until 2 days from now. So fuck that.
He's like, what day? I don't know what day it is. It's 2 days from now, though.
That's what he is. Whatever. I want to exercise next year.
Right?
But no, just as a person, just make yourself better all the time. You should always try to improve yourself as a person. But, an overall goal, like we were talking about the gratitude project earlier in the show, so many episodes ago. But just to be better at something, whether it's losing weight or being nicer, saying nicer things to people. You can start that shit anytime. And just putting a name on it, New Year's resolution name on it, I think sets you up for failure. Because then you're like, well, I sucked at that. I messed it up once, I guess.
And there are a lot of people who have that mentality. They screwed up once and they're like, oh, I'm over it.
Yeah, I done fucked up. Instead of, you know what? Cool, I stumbled. Let's keep going at it,
But I also understand why people would use that as a jumping off point, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because New Year's after that, kind of the time frame before the next holiday and that type of thing, you have a little bit of a runway where right now everybody's kind of gluttonous and in their own way, right? Whether it's eating a lot, drinking a lot, doing a lot of traveling, all of those types of things. Yeah. Well, that's 365. It's not like you're jerking off more because it's the holidays.
We're inside more.
You though.
They're dressed up like sexy Santas.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Exactly.
Lay tits now? What?
But no, I see what your point too. It's hey, now I have a starting point.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But you also have to take it as That is a starting point. It's not an all or nothing thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, people don't have enough patience with themselves.
If your goal is to work out more, like you need to give yourself the grace.
Right. I'm working out 0 now. I'm doing it once a week now. So that's more than you did last year.
Your left arm looks like you've been working out a lot, my friend. So
exactly. Ambidextrous up in here.
Mm-hmm.
Never a stranger. Just strange.
I'm going to work on my flexibility, see if I can get my feet to do it.
Right?
Loose monkey. Well, nope, shouldn't say that.
Wow.
Dang. This guy.
Who needs hard R's when we're just going to do it subliminally?
For real.
All right, and with that, I'm out. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
I did hear that one time.
Out.
What was that one dude? What was that baby? Mama's baby was really into shortening.
Shortening bread?
Shortening bread. really loved it, some say.
That's really why you hate like milk and stuff, Lou? Is your mom used to leave you in the Crisco?
Hey man, we were out of lotion. That could not be helped.
Anyway, I have no ashy baby up in here.
Right? You're out of a stick of butter. You're out of Jergens. You got no choice, man. You bust out the Crisco.
Lou's mom holding him up by 1 foot with the basting brush.
Wait. To be fair, it was my brother and he was a teenager.
Now you just made it awkward.
No, you haven't met Lou's mom. That really did happen.
True story. Okay, so my brother and I were visiting my dad's side of the family in California, and we were going out someplace. It was probably like we were probably 13, 14, something like that. And we're visiting, and Grandma was out of lotion, and actually got some butter and put it on my brother without smelling like freaking loaf of bread. I was like, wow, that actually happened. But yeah, that was a
brother
story.
out there smelling like Lando. Brother. Out there smelling like Lando Lakes and shit. Right?
Oh man. 35 years later, and I still remember. I'm never gonna forget that one.
You ordered some mashed potatoes at dinner, and you're just like rubbing his arm. You're like, okay, I need some butter for my mashed potatoes.
Take a piece of good.
Taking the butter knife and just like,
ooh, man, it just smelled like food all day. It was like, what the hell, man? Only happened the one day. We got restocked by the time we got home, but we were out playing at the park wherever we were.
So you know how Lou's scared of milk? His brother's the same way about butter.
Right. From now on, it's like,
the good
what
old
I tell you about that? Better be margarine.
Good old dairy boys.
Right? Put that stick away. Get the country crop. That shit ain't real. Man, I know it, or at least me, I name drop a lot. We need to get paid. What the hell? Land O'Lakes, all in the same 5 minutes. What the hell?
Crisco.
Roosevelt's, Crisco.
I'm ties.
We'll get there someday.
I'll just
5,000 views, right? Isn't it 5,000 views?
Something like that.
Where are you at, Mama Susan? But I forgot she died.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh. All right, boys.
So we got.
You guys doing anything for New Year's? Doing anything tomorrow?
Oh yeah. I already said mine.
Working.
Movie, hanging out with my coworker.
Thankfully, I don't have to work late though. Seniority pays off.
Oh, I thought that was required for all y'all. No,
we have to work. Like nobody gets like vacation or anything. But
no OT.
Regular shit. No.
That's a good problem, man. Until they call your ass back.
When does it start? Like on New Year's Eve? When do things start getting busy as far as like the calls and stuff?
When people start getting off of work. Like 5-ish.
Okay, there we go.
And then when the strip starts to close down, I think they start closing it down at like...
That's earlier in the day though, right?
6 or something?
Yeah, I was going to say that's like 6 when that happens. Yeah, so about the same time, man. Between 5 and 6 when people get off work and they close the strip.
Because they close it all, right? So you can go walk.
Not all of it. Sahara to Trop.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it used to be anyway.
It might be longer now.
I was going to say, it might be. I would guess further south now. They keep Sahara, but they'd extend that down to Hacienda.
Well, they have. I think they're having issues with Trop this year because they imploded the Trop. So I think they're actually moving it. So it might be like the north side of Trop up to like Sahara or it might go up to Sahara still to the Strat.
Remember that the 1 year I went on the Strip, that's what it was, and it seemed like every year I looked, it's the same damn thing.
Yeah. It's pretty standard.
Yeah. Trop to Sahara for God, and I
crazy
did it.
Though.
I
they
did
have
it 2004, I think, is when I did it.
There's a Golden Knights game tomorrow too.
Ooh, gross.
Right? But I think it's at noon or something.
Okay.
So you have time to get out of there if you want.
Exactly.
But also if you want to stay, I mean, at least you're already down there.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get hopefully you pay for parking before it goes up to like $80. I think Fashion Show's charging like $80 to park there.
Good Lord.
At the mall.
You can just parachute in. Fuck that.
And I guess I'll ask both of you, because Jack, you live in there, and Lou, you living there before. There are a few touristy Vegas type videos that filter through my YouTube channel or my YouTube recommendations. And there has been, I guess, because of the F1 race stuff, I guess the conversation about basically closing the Strip to all traffic and just making it all walking has come up has been a more and more frequently talked about topic, where before, like besides New Year's, like that just was not something that happened. Is that something that, Jack, have you heard anything else about that as far as?
No, I don't think that'd be a good idea. Turn it into another Fremont? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I say leave it open. Because it's fun to drive down the Strip.
Well, and everything's still so far apart anyways. Like
that's the thing. That's a long walk from one end
it doesn't look long, but if you're like, let's walk down to the Strat from the freaking MGM, you're going to be hurt.
You know, the flip side of that is like downtown Denver, they have a free bus. It just goes up and down the main 16th Street is what it is. And if they did something like that for the Strip to help with that, almost like what the San Francisco trolleys, I know you pay for that, I believe, but this make it free, where almost like the tram just goes up and down the middle. And obviously you have several of them,
right.
They just need to cover the people. So if you want to move around up and down the Strip, that would help with that if they wanted to block it off. It's like, you could park at an end or on the sides, whatever. Let's say you could still park in the back streets to get to whatever casino. And then from there, I mean, that would be okay. But I'm with Jack. I kind of like the whole driving up and down the Strip thing.
Mm-hmm. Not that I do. That's a tourist thing.
Unless somebody's visiting. You know how it is.
Yeah.
It's like, this casino was built 4 years ago. I've never seen it. Oh, what? Yep. Somebody's visiting? Great. Let's go check it out.
Yep. Pretty much.
Going to be doing that a lot in the next couple of years.
Baseball stadium.
That'll probably be the next thing to go check out.
Hard Rock.
Not until they have Star Wars or Funko
I forgot
Pop
about
Night,
that. Hard Rock. Yeah. The baseball. Oh, man. Going to that stadium in the middle of freaking summer. Yeah, that sounds great.
Right. Yeah.
How they didn't build a dome, I have no idea.
It's like a half a dome-ish. It is enclosed.
The sun's going to be here, so let's put the shade here. Or just have all damn night games. But even then, it's still hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
you don't get beat
down.
Is
a lot better.
Yeah. I can't imagine too many day games are going to be happening in Vegas.
No.
Plus, I mean, obviously it helps TV as well because it's West Coast, so you can get a late game still for people to watch. I just like, hey, you want to come to this game? It's July at 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm good, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I do not want to go to this game.
Can we go to a bar that has air conditioning and watch it there?
Right. It's like, I don't understand. Like, you get some diehard fuckers out there doing that.
That's true.
And there are some, so more power to them, man.
Speaking of Star Wars Night, I went to the minor league hockey game.
Saturday.
Star Wars Night. That was fun.
I think I was confused. Was that different? Was there something going on for the Golden Knights game as well?
Mm-mm.
The next day?
What did they have a giveaway or whatever?
No, they had Star Wars jerseys. They did give away lightsabers.
Mm-hmm. I called that.
Yeah.
Laser swords.
Yeah. Light up swords. But they did a whole introduction. Like they spoofed like Star Wars. Like the Silver Knight was locked up and they have this dude, the town crier, who's dressed up as a stormtrooper, and they had Lucky, the mascot horse, was Chewbacca and stuff. So they like recreated like the Death Star prison escape and stuff. It was cool. And yes, I bought a jersey. Yes, it was a lot of money, but it's Star Wars.
And they probably were, I'm guessing they were probably raffling off the players' jerseys afterwards for charity or whatever.
Yeah, they auction them off. Yeah. And I would have got one. One of them dudes was number 77. I'm like, that'd be a badass one to get. As a Star Wars.
You and everybody else there.
Right. It was better than last year's, though, because last year's they ran out of food. They ran out of a lot of stuff. I don't think they were expecting Star Wars people to be Star Wars people. But it seemed to be a lot smoother run this time.
That's a fail. Fire somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then we did go to the Golden Knights last night.
3-0 victory.
Yeah. Shut out.
Screw off, Calgary.
So, yeah, that's always a fun
hoser.
time. Especially because they're the ones we beat for the cup a couple years ago. So they were a little scrappy.
They went down in flames.
Yeah, they did. They burned out quick.
Sports.
Yeah, a couple of fights.
How'd your fantasy football end up?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't even check. I know it said that I was going to win, so I stopped paying attention after a little bit.
You were paying attention?
I ended up in 5 semifinals, and of those 5, I lost 3. So 2 finals and 3 third-place matches. Won all 3 third-place matches.
Holy shit,
and lost
your
both
ass,
finals.
Lou.
Dude, I lost by like 60.
Yeah, you did.
And then I got second in the other 2. So I got 2 seconds and 3 thirds this year.
Holy crap. Like, she wasn't even nice to you. 142 to 81.
Yeah, that's 60.
Wow.
That's what I said. About 60. My team did not show up at all.
At all.
I think that's the lowest score I got all year, too.
I think so, too.
And it happened in the finals. Luckily, it wasn't for money.
Right. I won 128 to 102.
Oh, that's a beatdown, too.
Duke lost.
Duke lost to a person that wasn't even playing.
I wasn't even playing either, though. So
right.
I like when you get
Duke
to
played
this
someone
point.
that's on IR and out. Dell on Houston and Edwards on the Chargers.
Gus Edwards, yeah. Other ones were crazy. Like I lost big at that finals. Both my finals got my ass kicked. The other one I lost like 185 to 250.
Dang.
Dude had 3 dudes in the 40s and like 2 other dudes in the 30s. It was his team blue. He had Joe Burrow and T. Higgins. So it was like 40 points apiece. Malik Neighbors, 40. And then he got like 27 from Jahmyr Gibbs from Detroit. It was just like, get the F out of it. I got blown out.
Did Detroit win? They were winning last time I checked.
Yeah, they won by touchdown.
Yeah, they did.
Was it 40 to 35?
34.
34? Okay.
An exact touchdown.
He missed the extra point. Dude, that kicker missed an extra point and 2 field goals. Let's see. That's 7 points, and they lost by how much? Uh-huh.
Looks like Vikings and Lions is a game to watch next week, though.
Next Sunday night. Yeah, that's the one. Winner take all. Winner. It's crazy. Winner gets the 1 seed. Loser gets the 5 seed. It's a hell of a drop-off.
That's crazy.
You're going to be 14-3 and the 5 seed.
Right.
You got to play 2 straight road games. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. My friend is a Packers fan. He came over to watch the game yesterday. And we were just talking about how wild it is how you're in the NFC North where you could literally be in half of the other divisions and you would have like locked up first place in the division. You would have like
you would have won the division a month ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Buffalo did.
Yeah. Like it's crazy. Like if the Vikings or even the Packers would have been in the NFC West, like they would have locked things up, playoff position, contending for having a bunch of tiebreakers and stuff like that for winning the division and stuff. And instead, it's going to be like you're going to be playing a 9-7 team or whatever.
Yeah, on the road, you're going to be playing at the fucking Tampa Bay 10-6 team.
Yeah, or the Rams, or
Rams 10-6.
I mean, at least on paper, it gives you an easy game.
But that's why they play them.
Yeah.
But this week's slate of games fucking sucked.
Yeah,
like
dude.
there was
the good ones were all on the freaking Christmas break, Saturday and all that. The ones that mattered. Sunday was just like, okay, the Sunday night game wasn't bad though. Atlanta, Washington turned out to be a good game. I mean, mainly because it was bad football, but it turned out to be a good game. Two bad teams, two good teams. I'm fine with either. Just don't give me a good versus a bad. That's boring. Two bad teams. Other than the bad football, it's at least close.
Yeah, so next week we'll see.
It starts off Saturday. NFC or AFC North will be settled on Saturday. Hell, what I don't get is why would they play the Ravens game first? Because once that game's over, Pittsburgh knows that they can't win the division. So I'm assuming the Ravens are going to beat the Browns. So it's like, okay, Pittsburgh, at that point, they're fighting for 5 and 6 because they can't be the 7 seed anymore. So all they can do is be the 5 or 6 seed, depends on the Chargers.
Raiders game on Sunday is the 1,000th Raiders home game ever.
I assume you guys are going to go to that game?
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be some kind of gifts, right? For
something, right?
Something on them seats.
Probably some towels.
Seems pretty important.
Man.
Who are the Raiders playing on Sunday?
Chargers. So, I mean, they're probably not going to win, but...
I don't know. They came out okay. I mean, they screwed up their draft position like the Giants did, but whatever. That's frustrating. I mean, I get it.
So many teams fucking over their playoff position just to get a win.
Right.
Draft position. Yeah, for sure. It's like, man, if I'm telling you, if I'm a GM, there is no way. I'm like, you need to start the third stringers. I don't even want the first stringers dressed up. And just in case somebody gets hurt, put in the second stringers. You do not go. I treat it like the preseason. Let's see who we're keeping for next year.
Yeah.
That's how I would sell it. Everybody would know you'd be tanking. But that's what I'm saying. The Raiders played a decent game. Granted, they played a shitty team. I mean, they had no business. Raiders had no business winning that game, but they did. So there's still hope that they could beat the Chargers and help the Steelers out. Because I just don't have the confidence that the Steelers are going to beat Cincinnati straight up. I know they did a month ago, and they won 44-38. So high scoring, but Pittsburgh defense has fallen off. Russ has fallen off. It's just whatever. Just get into the play. They're already in the playoffs. Great. Go lose your first game so I can stop worrying about you. Don't give me hope.
Right.
They win a game and I'm like, oh, maybe they have a chance. Nah, just cut that shit off. If you're not going to win the Super Bowl, lose the first round so you have a better draft pick. Simple as that.
Losing all or nothing.
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to this,
win no games.
That's how I want you. I want you 17-0 or 17. Don't give me that crap in between. It's like, ooh, we're going to hang around mediocrity and pick 18th every year. Like that means you're going to keep getting mediocre players. Great. They don't have a quarterback worth a damn because they've been drafting in the middle the whole time. It's like, man, I would love to have Jaden Daniels. Even Drake May is pretty good. Michael Penix looking like he can play. I don't know, man. Whatever. It's like, what are you supposed to do? So it's like, all right, live in mediocrity.
Yep. What you going?
At least the Giants had a chance to reset, like they did with Eli Manning in 2004. Had a chance. Here we are, 20 years later. Had a chance, and no, they got to go out and win. Although, kind of blame the Colts. How do you lose to the Giants, man? You're fighting. This was a playoff game for you. You needed to win this game to keep your playoff chances alive, and you're gonna lose to the 3-win, now 3-win. It's a time to win Giants. Get at me.
Yep.
Damn Giants players with pride and all that crap.
Right.
Get on my nerves.
You feel that? That's pride fucking with you.
Right. For real. How am I supposed to be a fan of you with all that pride?
Dude can't say nothing. He's over there winning finally.
I know, right?
Yeah. Hey, one game at a time, man. Want to know. That's the whole...
And he's winning with the backup. He's winning with the backup quarterback. It's not even supposed to be his quarterback.
Yep.
That's crazy. Time to trade J.J. McCarthy.
I don't think they'll trade him. I honestly don't think they'll trade him. So,
what, are you going to get rid of Darnold? Can't pay him. Can't pay him.
They're going to franchise Darnold. They're going to franchise Darnold, and they'll keep him unless somebody
$60 million.
I think they said 43 is what the quarterback franchise tag is going to be. But the things that I've heard are basically they're going to franchise tag him, and if a team pulls up with the fucking draft pick Brinks truck, then they'll be willing to tag and trade him.
Yeah.
But otherwise, especially if they win, if they even make it to the Super Bowl, I mean, that's a given that they're going to give Darnold more money, or they're going to keep Darnold around for at least one more year. Because now he's here.
Maybe.
They have everybody else. There's 4 or 5 guys that they're going to have to try to figure out as far as financials go. But all the guys that they signed in this past offseason, Which, I mean, in my opinion, and the few people that I read and stuff, their opinion, like, this is like the best free agent class that the Vikings have had ever. And probably, I mean, there are some people saying it's the best free agent class that happened in the past year in the NFL period. Because, again, the Vikings were supposed to win 6.5 games. Their over-under for wins was 6.5 games. And they were supposed to be the bottom
with McCarthy or with Donald?
Period. With Darnold. Okay. With Darnold. Like, this was like everybody's preseason prediction. The most optimistic people were saying 6.5 wins was their over-under.
Yeah, but in preseason, it was supposed to be McCarthy. It wasn't until like the week before the season started that they IR'd him. Like, all right, that's fine. But I am looking forward to next weekend. So, finish up these last spots of who's where. I'm sad there's no more fantasy football. Other than DFS. If I want to do daily, then okay, great. Daily fantasy sports for those not knowing what DFS is. So I might jump in some DFS and because it'll happen through the playoffs as well. It's like, all right, it'll be kind of cool. And then 6 months of nothing. I don't give a shit enough about basketball. Hockey, I guess I'll pay attention to.
Yep.
Hockey and soccer. Hockey. Yep. And soccer ends in May. So, well, the soccer I watch, because I watch the Premier League in England. Although Chelsea's fallen apart, they were in second place for a while. And they've lost points 3 games in a row. It's like, oh, assholes.
It's all right, Lou. The Golden Knights are number 1 in the league. We're doing good there.
Are they really? I knew they were number 1 in the West. I didn't know they were number 1 in the league.
Yep.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I guess we'll stick around with that then. But the problem is Colorado keeps winning. I'm not a Colorado hater, the Avalanche, as much as I am the other teams, but they're in the West too, so F them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, look, Colorado, you can do good until you play Vegas. How about that?
Right. Let's draw the line there.
Yep. It's like, y'all want to be, other than I got to hear the radio talk about them the whole time. It's like, these last couple of weeks
Broncos,
have been great.
So.
That's what I'm saying. The last couple of weeks have been great. 2 losses. If I listen to the radio, listen to all the hate and everything. It's so funny listening to these jackasses. It's like, oh, we're 9 and whatever. We're 9 and 5. We have 3 games to win 1. It's like, oh no, we lost this one. It's like, then this week we have 2 games to win 1, and then they lost this week. It's like, okay, now it's down to this final game. It's like, what happened
to 1 game to win 1?
Positive, yeah, they're all so positive, and all of a sudden they're like fucking just sucking on their fingers, just nervous as hell. I'm like, man, please collapse. You had 1 game to win over 3 weeks, and y'all fuckers blew it. Oh, I would love to just throw that in. Or if they do make it, go get their ass handed to them 40-0 to Buffalo. Because if they make it, that's who they're playing, Buffalo, in Orchard Park.
That would be fun, though. They make it to the playoffs and lose first round. First round exits are embarrassing. More embarrassing than not making it.
Only if they get blown out.
Yeah.
Because they are, to be fair, they are the 7 seed playing a 2. They're not supposed to win that game. But everybody's supposed to be, you're professionals, you made the playoffs, it should be close. And then to get your ass handed to you, it's like when the Chargers got their ass beat in the Super Bowl, when they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in 95. Oh, my God. Luckily, I don't hold a grudge, but.
Well, and the other part of that, too, is especially if you get housed, in their house and you're out of the playoffs, and that's the last thing that people are going to remember for the next 6 months.
Yep. And then you as a player have a long flight home.
Yeah.
Even better if they get snowed in. It's a crazy game. They get snowed in. They can't even leave. They're just stuck there. Fans just pointing at them and laughing at their faces.
Lou flies into Buffalo just to point and laugh at them.
Right. I would too, man. And not that I'll count on Southwest to help me out. Hey, we're gonna make your flight $500 instead of $700. Like, screw y'all. But yeah, it's had the Broncos overachieved this year? Absolutely. Good job. But they're still not a good team. I don't care. They got lucky. Oh, they have 1 win against a team with a winning record. That is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who got caught in the trap games. They just beat Detroit and was about to play like Buffalo the following week or some crap like that. And like 4 of their starters were out that game. So that's the 1 win the Broncos have over a team with a winning record. So it's like, well, the Broncos are great. They're 9 and it's like, yeah, they got lucky and got 8 wins against some sorry ass teams. So don't even give me that. So, but again, that's Bronco fan for you. Please either make the playoffs and get destroyed, or just get embarrassed and not even just choke this final game. But again, for that to happen, I need Miami or Cincinnati to win this week also. And if I were to put money on it, the Broncos are a 10-point favorite this game because the Chiefs aren't starting anybody. So I looked it up and it was like 9.5 points. It's like, oh man, Chiefs. I get it. You earned it, but you're just going to just gift your rival a playoff spot.
I am a bigger fan of starting your starters, but then once the game's out of hand, then benching them immediately.
Yeah, but what if the game doesn't get out of hand? What if it's a close game the whole time? Then you're risking the Chiefs players getting hurt. Patrick Mahomes is already coming off a bum ankle. Kelsey's 35 years old. Hollywood Brown is the only one who should play because he's missed the first 15 games of the year. So let him play so we can get some reps. But everybody else, I can't be mad at that. It's good business. Except for, like I said, now you're 2 weeks stagnant. So are you going to be rusty when you come back, even though it's a home game in 2 weeks? Are you going to be rusty? So that's a gamble.
The refs will work it out for him. It's fine.
Yeah. Flag.
That is true.
Flag.
Whoa. You looked at Mahomes. 10-yard penalty.
Touching the white girl.
God, she sucks so much.
Man, that's funny.
But, yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right, enough sports ball. Skeleton Crew sucked.
We're an hour and 10 minutes in and Lou's like, I guess we can stop talking about sports now.
Right.
I looked at the clock. That was like a 23-minute conversation on sports ball. I was like, Jack's got some editing to do.
Right.
Okay, so Skeleton Crew sucked again.
Why?
It was a little bit better.
Is that Fan Lou and
no?
Critical
He's only
Lou?
watched it once.
Nope, only watched. Yeah, I was gonna say only watched it once. I think Fanlu would actually like the episode. To tell you the truth, thinking of, again, having not watched it, but thinking about it, I'm like, it wasn't horrible. However, so much dumb shit. I think this episode's problem, for me anyway, was the similarity to Obi-Wan episode when they snuck out on the hangar with Leia underneath his coat. It was just some dumb shit. And Obi-Wan. In this one, we're going to have these kids pretend like you can't tell. You couldn't get better prosthetics, better makeup, better something. And these people are just supposed to believe these kids are elders on this fucking sex planet. Get out of here with that. Oh, I'm sorry. Pleasure planet. It wasn't necessarily sex, just a pleasure planet. So you got that. And then they get to the hotel room and act a fool. I mean, they all know what's at risk. They all know what's going on. This isn't like we're brand new into this trip. They know they're at risk, and they act a fool in the hotel room, making all types of noise, not listening. After they were just panicky before that of what was going on, it was like, what? Oh, okay, we're gonna just play this out, and then they skip around. Okay, how do they get out of this scenario? They just happen to get out of the scenario, and they just show up. Oh, next scene. Cut. Next scene. Okay. Sure. Great. And where'd the acid go? Acid disappeared. It just automatically came back and filled in the area.
It obviously goes to different, like, holding chambers so that it can fill in. Yeah. That's how something like that would work.
Is your argument that it would fill in instantly like that?
Why not? It drained instantly.
No, it took a little minute. It took a bit to drain.
But it would also fill from the bottom up, and they were at the bottom.
They were at the bottom of the stairs.
That means as soon as it starts, you climb up. So it's easier to get out, you're saying. Okay.
Don't worry about that. They're just dumb pirates. You didn't even know what they look like.
Yeah, it's Urkel.
And then you're freaking out.
He's sitting at the door going, did I do that?
That would have been hilarious. That would have won me over that episode. Just one line. Just give me one line. And all of a sudden, this episode, let me go to IMDb quick. 5 stars. But then they're in the chamber. It's like, don't touch anything, blah, blah, freaking blah. So what do? Touch everything. Great. Now, it might have been just because they had, quote unquote, turned everything off. Not that they say that they did turn everything off. They could have. And then it's like, oh, don't touch the seat. Oh, no, we're going to fall down. This seat's a trap door. So what do at the end? Go down it on purpose?
Yeah.
Then
from that evil Jedi dick.
It wasn't a big deal at the end, but it was a big deal 5 minutes before that.
Right, because they didn't know where it took them. But going down was better than dealing with the evil Jedi guy.
Who now has a lightsaber.
Yeah.
A High Republic lightsaber at that.
Right. It looked like Duke's lightsaber.
I was like, hey, that looks familiar.
Side note, did you see that Disney released one of the guys from the High Republic's lightsaber?
They've done a couple of them.
I saw something on my news feed that was saying they're releasing another one. It almost has like a Sith, like the blades. Like, Jack, I think it's similar to the one you made at Disney, where the saber comes out, the emitter, it has like fins on it. So whichever High Republic guy that is, looks like they're releasing it.
Or girl.
Or girl, yeah. I guess that.
So overall, it was just like, okay, kids did stupid shit again. You would think they would know better. They're not learning anything, so they're just regressing a little bit. I'm curious again. Still curious about new curiosity. The pirate hologram that we couldn't see. Obviously, they didn't show us who he was for a reason. So I'm curious how that's going to play out. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Wonder what's going to happen here. But overall, again, it was just like, okay, more dumb shit that these kids did. And nobody seems to care that they're doing dumb shit. It's like, oh, yay, I'm watching Obi-Wan all over again. More dumb shit. Although I would argue Obi-Wan was more dumb.
I think I figured out your problem, Moon. You were judging these children as an adult. When I watch the show, I watch it based on their perspective. They are children. I've never been a 10-year-old that was kidnapped by a ship and put into pirate places. So I don't know how I would act as a 10-year-old that was kidnapped from my planet. As an adult, you are 100% correct. If these were adults acting like that, I got you. But they're kids, so you have to look at it through their perspective. The story's being told from their point of view. Are they doing dumb shit? Yeah, but they're also kids. When you were 10, you weren't kidnapped from your home planet by some 100-year-old ship with a robot with a rat for a brain. So you don't know what you would do in that situation because you have not been in that situation. But you're a 50-year-old dude judging these kids for being kids in a situation you haven't been in.
Get off my ship.
Yeah, because I know how I was when I was a kid, and that shit would have lasted for about 1 or 2 episodes, and then you grow up real the fuck fast. And these kids are not maturing, is what I'm saying. They're in this situation, and it's like, okay, we need to, hey, they understand the situation they're in, that they almost died. Yeah. They understood that shit the last episode when they were trying to go to battle, and all of a sudden they just forgot that part. It's like, all the shit we just learned, and that we need to, quote unquote, grow up fast like any other natural kid would do. They're not doing it. It's
but
like
they're
going backwards.
Las Vegas hotel room. Little kids are going to jump on the bed whether they just almost died or not. You would jump on that bed if you're in a big-ass Las Vegas hotel room.
My dad would beat my ass.
Your dad's not there. Just some creepy-ass white guy.
No, 50-year-old Lou. Jod should have beat their ass. Instead of this whole time out.
He's the fun uncle.
If he beats one of their asses, the other 3 will straighten up. All it takes is one. Just knock out one.
But he's the fun uncle that's not going to do it.
But he's not the fun uncle. That's not what he's there for. He's there to use them.
And that's what he's doing. So why does he care if they're acting up? All you got to do is
beat one of them. Because it's going to get him caught. Yeah, he did. He was the one telling them to calm down.
Eventually.
Of course he cared. Soon as he was telling them the plan, they were acting a fool. They weren't listening. He cared. As soon as it's like, yo, I said shut the fuck up. And then they kept going. Boom, go beat one. I guarantee, I'm telling you, they would have been like shocked as hell to be like, oh, he's serious. And they're not, and it's like, man, no discipline.
You're putting your personal experiences on this. You need to just watch it in the context of the story. Not what you would have done, not what
Tell me
happened to you.
What scenario, what real person would tolerate what is happening? That would not happen in anybody's real world. That's what I'm saying. It's like this right here. Wait, is this some white people shit? Is this what white people do without discipline? They don't spank their kids, and this is what we get. This is what happens. Okay, then this shows for white people. Okay, that's fine.
I just can't get past 50-year-old Lou hopping on a bed in Vegas and having his dad show up to beat his ass, and him going, "Where'd you come from?"
Dude, I could totally see that shit happen. I'm like, oh, my bad.
All of a sudden, the shoe just flies out of nowhere.
Man, that's mom. That's mom. Their mom showed up if that happened, or an ashtray. If an ashtray showed up and it popped me in the head, yeah, that totally happened. But it's like it's just these kids aren't improving. It's like I wanted them to grow a little bit, and they're not. What bullshit's gonna be next episode? It's like, oh, we're in danger, but we're not gonna act like it, so who cares? Nothing gonna happen to us. So we're gonna go down and hit this chair and go to this no place land that we were trying to hide from or try to escape from not 5 minutes ago. But hey, let's go down there on purpose now. Oh, great!
Yeah, to get away from Jod, who's trying to kill you.
Ja wasn't trying to kill him. He was just trying to
They
make
don't
them
know
listen.
that. He's being a big creepy ass dude, so they ran away.
No. If he wanted to, if he was really trying to kill him, he wouldn't have told the old girl to yield. He would have just killed her. That would have made more sense. I'd have been fine with that.
No,
He had to get
the captainmanship correctly, or else Smee
he
would.
Did. It was he challenged, and he told her, like, look, I don't want to hurt you, just yield. And she didn't want to. Dumbass, don't know how to use a lightsaber, comes in and tries to save the day, which would be against code because then he's fighting in a three-way fight, and that's not how it works. It should just be those two, captain and the person. So that's a problem in itself. The robot should have smacked him for trying to cheat, but he didn't kill her. He had every opportunity, like, oh, I challenge you.
He had a knife to her throat. So,
and what'd he say? He didn't say. And he said, "Yield." He didn't say, "Let's do this." Slice. That's not what happened. He's like, "Just yield." He's trying to give her a break, and they want to be assholes about it. We have a chance.
I mean, again, it's the same. It's very similar to the Fratellis and Chunk from the Goonies. Like, this episode was definitely the most Goonies influenced episode so far, and so I think part of the problem is, I mean, and we've talked about this in the chat before or in the text messages early, is like, I think, like, when you try to have shows like this that are homages and fan service, I'm saying fan service. I can't think of, I guess homage would be the best word. Homages to the movies from the 80s that we grew up on. E.T., Goonies, Home Alone, all of those movies, right?
And by me, yeah.
Yeah. The young teen kid movies, you know, that entire episode, the entire last episode of Skeleton Crew was straight Goonies. You know, them doing all the weird stuff, them touching stuff that they shouldn't have touched. All that stuff happened in the Goonies, right? But the problem is that I think all of that whole generation of movies now we're all so jaded and cynical now that I don't think those movies could come out and be successful today. But in the 80s when they came out, it was a different time. We were all a different age, et cetera, et cetera. I think as we've gotten older, a lot of us, and I'm the same way. Like, Lou, I don't disagree with how you were looking at it, but I didn't hate the episode. I didn't dislike the episode. I still have problems, like you were saying, with the character arcs and that type of thing. Like, I want to see somebody grow, and I don't feel like we're seeing, besides Neil, because he's the best. None of the rest of them have. Wait, hang on. None of the rest of them have really evolved at all. None of them have, and again, I'm not expecting them to have a huge, like, oh, now I'm a grown up, but yeah, like Wim and Fern and, again, KB, I don't even know what her character arc is. She hasn't really given us one. She's definitely out of the four of them, or the five of them, if you want to count Jod, like, she is definitely the one that's just kind of like, oh, we need somebody to be technical. Get her to do the technical thing. And then she just goes back to being in the background.
Yeah, she's their droid of the show, just to have somebody do it.
100%. Like, because they didn't want to have, I'm guessing because they didn't want anyone to they already had Smee, so they didn't need.
Yeah, they didn't need a second one.
Yeah. So I kind of feel bad for her and her character because, again, we don't know anything about her, right? Like, I kind of feel that, but yeah, I don't disagree with you. The stuff didn't bother me as much because, again, I was thinking of it in the Goonies way when the show started. And so the stuff didn't bother me near as much as it bothered Critic Lou. But yeah,
it was just dumb shit. When the pirate showed up and the ships got blown out by the other pirate ship, and as they were coming in to try to fight the last 10 minutes of the show, you didn't have a full-on squad of people waiting to blast them out of the sky themselves, or as soon as they landed, blast them. It's like they just blew up two ships while coming in without obviously permission, and y'all just gonna let them just go. It's like, oh, we're just gonna ignore this. It's fine, no big deal. It's like, again, Obi-Wan type shit. That's Obi-Wan writing right there. It was like, this is just dumb. What are they doing? So the whole dumb shit where they're running around the scaffolding and all that, it's like, oh, let's just jog slowly and we're going to get away from this one person. Oh, we all happen to meet up at the same place. It's like, okay, y'all just happen to be at the exact same spot. Okay, that's fine. Maybe there's trackers on their earpieces, whatever. It's like, okay, maybe they just didn't explain it, and I'm going to fill in the pieces for them.
That was some Scooby-Doo shit where they're just running back and forth in the hallway.
But it was like, oh my god, this is so bad. And it was just, again, it could have been written better. It was just dumb shit. It's like, what? And it was. The first thing I thought of was Obi-Wan. I was like, oh, we're back to Obi-Wan writing where this dumb shit happened. Because as soon as the kids came off the damn ship, it was like, oh god, Leia's going to be underneath the trench coat again. Here we go. And it just played from there.
I need to go get a trench coat so Leia will be under my trench coat. But
whoa, no, not that Leia.
She's 9, buddy. She's 9.
Old Leia.
Wow. Say, Leia is dead, you fucking necrophiliac. What the hell? I've got a corpse underneath my trench coat. It's like, all right, to each their own.
Okay, Bernie.
Know what you're doing this weekend.
So what did you think of it, Jack? Since
I liked it. I can watch stuff without being all critical like that. So, and that's what I was saying earlier. I'm not even going to argue it. I just watch shit. I enjoy it. I don't put my own feelings on that shit. Sure, the kids could get yelled at. That's not what Jod's there to do. He doesn't care. So I don't care. As long as it's entertaining, I'm fine. I'm not like, oh, well, if I was in this situation,
you didn't think that shit was stupid that happened? You didn't think any of that shit that was dumb and stuff? The ship, take the end. The pirate ship getting blown up, they're just like, oh, hey, land. It's okay.
The escort ships, you mean?
Yeah. When the escort ships got blew up and they were just like, hey, no big deal. I honestly I'm like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, damn, they're going to have a whole arsenal waiting for them when they land. Nope. It was just like, oh, hey, welcome, guys.
Maybe they're just cocky and they're like, no, people don't do that shit here. And they don't have a bigger security force than those two little escort ships.
Then they should have explained that. If that was the case, all it takes, one line? The lady, I think it was a lady who was running the thing. Mm-hmm. All it would have taken was like, hey, like something where to just let them do their thing. We don't have the support. But they had the support and security to chase them down. They had 50 people chasing the kids.
But that's how
they got 0 people. Crew. They got, fine. Then the ground crew could have all been surrounding the ship.
They could. But see, you're overthinking it. It's Star Wars. You're overthinking Star Wars.
How's that overthinking? That's just common sense.
No, it's not. It had nothing to do with the story. They just want to get the pirates down there to chase the kids.
Then write it better. That's my point. That's how bad the writing is. Oh, we just don't care. We're just going to put these people here, and you're going to consume. Doesn't have to make sense because we think our audience are idiots, and they're just going to accept it, and that's all there is to it. It's a good show because we put them there. That's just disrespectful to the intelligence of the audience.
Said, as long as it's entertaining, I don't care.
Fair enough. No, fair enough. Said,
I can't sit there and overthink stuff. I just sit there and watch. If it is actually horrible, I would say so, but I don't think it's actually horrible.
Well, I think we all agreed that the Acolyte rating was not great.
Agreed. Yes. That's fine. The Acolyte was bad. It was very poorly written. It's a lot better than the Acolyte. Just because it's not trying to be smarter than we are. The Acolyte came out acting like they were smarter than the audience. You know, we got this murder mystery and all this stuff's going on, and here's a flashback. Oh, this guy's not as bad as you think he is. He's not as good as you think he is. This show is straightforward. They're not trying to trick us. They're not trying to be smarter than we are. It's just, hey, here are these kids. They're on an adventure. Go with it.
I think that's part of my problem. I expect better writing.
Right.
And I think I only expect better writing because previous writing of the shows, Acolyte, Obi-Wan, were horrible. So I was like, oh, they'll fix it. They know with the feedback they got. They know it sucked. They know all this. So they're going to do better. And it's like, no.
But there's only like one well-written Star Wars movie. 2, maybe. Yeah. Empire and Rogue One.
I was gonna say
horribly written.
I was just gonna say, don't forget Rogue One.
Yeah, there are only 2 well-written Star Wars movies. The rest of them have the exact same problems that you have with Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, a bunch of dumb shit.
Exactly.
You guys watched What If yet?
No, I'm waiting for it to finish.
First episode.
It's done.
Isn't it finished tomorrow?
It's done.
Oh, it's today.
It finished. Yesterday.
Oh, then I'll probably when I get up tomorrow morning, I'll probably because
What'd
I
you
don't
think of
start
the
my
first
day
episode,
until like
Jack?
1. So
I liked it. I mean, it was kind of cool to see a Moon Knight mech. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That they even brought him back.
Yeah. Yeah, they had
Oscar
a lot of
Isaac's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole Mecha Avengers thing, fighting some creepy Hulk variants. It was pretty cool.
Dude, wait, you've only seen one. But Duke, have you seen it all? Do they do, without spoiling it too much, do they at least do, like last time, with episodes like 1 through 7 culminate in 8, or just all individuals this time?
There is a through line, but it's not driving the episodes. So the episodes are for the most part are standalone in this season, which again I'm fine with. I don't need to have.
Yeah, totally.
I don't need to have that. Honestly,
I don't need. Yeah, I think it's the last 2 episodes are together, and that's just wrapping up the what if, the whole saga, all 3 seasons.
This is it for what if?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, okay.
For now, right? At least this version of it, right?
Right. I mean, so we have Marvel Zombies is coming out, and then that Spider-Man cartoon is just a extended what if.
Yeah,
that's
it's not canon.
Oh, okay, that explains more. That Spider-Man cartoon trailer looked garbage. Fucking Black Harry Osborn, Black Norman Osborn, and Harry is trans now. It's like, what the hell, man? That trailer looked garbage.
Yeah, but it's not canon. I think I read
it was supposed to be originally, but then they're like,
right.
Nah.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, and then they got okay. In that case, that's fine. In that case, you can have your trans Harry and Black Norman. That's okay, fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Did you get mad when they made Nick Fury black?
No, because he was in the comics.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Not in the Ultimates.
One Nick Fury was, but newer ones, he was a black guy.
Okay.
The Ultimates. So
I'd have been fine either way. If they'd have made him white or black, I'd have been like, okay, well, that's in there in the comics. So pick.
But if he was white, he had to be David Hasselhoff. That's the problem.
I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody knows that. And oh man, that'd have been cool to see fucking not Civil War, Winter Soldier, and he called his Jeep Kit or something. Hasselhoff. Oh man, that'd be so. And then legally, I'm sure they'd have to come up with something or buy the rights, but just for the in joke would be so much fun.
I'm sure Disney knows it by now.
And to hear David Hasselhoff when he's clicking on Captain Marvel's beeper right before he blips, going, "Motherfucker."
David Hasselhoff doing that. Holy crap.
Right?
That would be great.
Update on trailers, our trailer series. I did watch Werewolves yesterday with my friend after the game.
Wait, that's out?
It's out and
what?
Digital. Don't.
No?
Just don't.
Wow. All right.
Yep. Lou, you will watch that, and then you will... You know what, Lou? Go ahead and watch it, because then you'll go, oh, okay, Skeleton Crew isn't so bad. Like
that's a damn shame.
So, like, and again, hashtag spoilers. I'm doing this to warn you guys.
Yeah, all good.
Like, for an example of like kind of how bad the movie was. So the whole premise of the movie is that at some point in the now time, right? Like, this isn't like something in the future or the past. Like, it's set modern times. There is a supermoon, and 1 million people or 1 billion people in the world become werewolves. And then the supermoon passes, all the people go back to being normal. A year goes by. The following year, there's another supermoon coming. So they've had a year to kind of prepare for the next
okay,
supermoon.
That's what the trailer said. Okay.
So they have they have these people in cages that are test subjects for this thing that they're trying to see if it will help prevent people from turning into werewolves. And Lou Diamond Phillips, fucking La Bamba's in it. He's running this government agency that is doing this testing and figuring out what they're doing.
He was a wolf in some TV show.
So he's in the show. He gives one speech. There's no background to anybody, right? Frank Grillo is like the person in charge of defense, but then he's also like a molecular biologist. And I'm like,
what?
You know,
no, he's not.
I could see Frank being that. I got you.
I was like, no, he is. No, he is not.
I'm like, really? Like, that's how you introduce him? Okay. so then of course the people are exposed. The thing that they try doesn't work. They end up all becoming werewolves, and somebody hits the wrong button and it swings the thing around and blows up the breaker. And of course, then all the doors unlock and the people come out and are werewolves now.
This is before the moon has happened.
No, the moon did happen. So the people became werewolves. The people in the test subjects the test subjects have become werewolves, and they're killing everybody. Lou Diamond Phillips is in this, like, you know, the lab above the lab, right? The observation area. He runs down and puts on this, you know, bunny suit that the rest of the people are wearing, and goes into the lab, which again, don't understand when you're like the leader of this group. Gets cut and knocked over, faces the moon. They don't ever really explain if it's like a Walking Dead situation where everybody is infected, but you can only become a werewolf if you look up and see the moon. As long as I'm looking at you guys, and we could be out in the moon, we could be under the moonlight, and it's fine as long as we're not looking at the moon. So at some point, Lou Diamond Phillips, within the first 20 minutes of the movie, gets knocked down and cut, looks up, sees the moon because, of course, the moon's still out and, you know, whatever.
Right. Superman.
And then he becomes a werewolf, and then we never hear from him again. Like, he is just gone. He's a werewolf. None of the werewolves have any distinctive features, so it's not like you can say, oh, that's the La Bamba werewolf or whatever. He becomes a werewolf, and then that's it. He is just out of the movie. He is gone. And I'm just like, wait, fucking La Bamba, what the fuck? Like, it's just so weird. And so, like, Frank Grillo and this lady scientist, who's like the lead scientist for all this stuff, are the only ones to escape the lab, right? Everybody else dies. The other part that just was another example of just befuddling things that you're just like, wait, I don't understand this. They're sneaking through town to make it back to his brother's wife. You know, his brother died the previous year because of supermoon, blah, blah, blah. So they're trying to make their way through town. They get to this point where they run into this like military group who, of course, gets immediately slaughtered by werewolves. And she does this thing to distract him so they can get in a truck and escape. They do it. He gets in the truck. She runs up to the truck, opens the door, smiles, and says, yeah, like thumbs up. And then all of a sudden you see this werewolf hand come down, grab her, pull her up, and then she's gone. No blood, no nothing. She just straight disappears. And he like sits in the truck for a minute with his head on the steering wheel, and then he starts the car up, drives away. She's never mentioned again.
What the fuck? Maybe they edited it and cut some shit out that they need to put back in.
No, I think it was written terribly. Like, I don't think the edit had anything to do with it. Just because, like, the way these characters are, you have no idea. Like, again, none of the werewolves have any distinctive features except for the big bad one, right? And so, like, you make, like, okay, we made Lou Diamond Phillips a werewolf. Well, I want that to have something, so then if I see him later in the movie, like, I'm like, I reckon, like, it's full circle, right? But instead, he just disappears. Never heard from again. And then...
Well, that'll be part 2.
Yeah.
When the moon goes away, and now he's back to...
Yeah, and some of the effects were good. Like, the werewolf effects were pretty good. The transformation, you could tell that there was a lot of CGI, but, I mean, it was fine. And there's a couple good kills. The movie's an R rating, but I didn't really see, like... I'm expecting with a movie called Werewolves that has an R rating, I'm expecting entrails. I'm expecting people getting their heads ripped off. Like, I want to see fucking... You need to earn that R, right? If you're going to call yourself werewolves, you got to fucking earn that shit. You can't just be like...
Hard R.
Yeah, hard R. Thank you. Like, and you can, right? Like, you're like... You've given yourself this, like... This premise that you're like, oh, werewolves, anybody can be a werewolf and they will just fuck you up. And, like... That never really happens. And I'm like, they say fuck a couple times. So I'm guessing that's probably why it's an R.
But besides only allowed one, I think. So you got that second one in there.
Yeah. So, but I was, at the end of it, me and my friend just looked at each other like, what the fuck did we just watch? Like, and it's been a while since I felt that way about a movie. Because usually movies, I'll give a little bit of grace to, but, and then the person, whoever directed it or was a cinematographer, like, he wanted like J.J. Abrams to come skull fuck him or something, because like every single light had a lens flare, and the lens flare was so awful. There was actually times when people would be having conversations, and I distinctly remember them having one conversation, and every time they cut to one of the people, the lens flare was like cutting through his eye to where you couldn't really even see the character when he's having the conversation. And I'm like, is my projector broken? What the fuck is happening right now? And I'm like, no, that's just how they shot it. But
that's a title of one of the reviews on IMDb that gave it 2 stars. Lens flare and epilepsy.
Yeah. There was so many broken lights that weren't
That's
broken.
funny.
They would just like blink, 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 and you're like, no, we don't like. And then smoke. It would be blinking lights.
There's another one. 3 stars. Way too many flashing lights.
Interesting.
It has a 4.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah.
This
I think that's
make
generous.
it to the theater, did it?
Yeah, I think it was released in the theater, but I think it was a really small window.
I don't remember it making the theater. Okay. I just looked it up on IMDb and saw that it's on Prime for $20.
I would
10
not
out of 10 for
$20
meeting expectations, though.
10 out of 10 for meeting expectations.
That's what this guy says. It's the exact kind of dumb movie I needed to see right now. And going with those expectations, this movie delivers.
This is somebody who likes Skeleton Crew. Got it.
And they gave it a 6 out of 10.
Wait, they liked
this
it?
movie. I like this movie.
It's exactly what I wanted. They got a 6?
Yeah. He gave it a 6 out of 10, but titled his review 10 out of 10 for meeting expectations.
Oh my God.
The Purge meets werewolves.
That's fair.
One of the worst movies I've ever watched.
The Purge meets werewolves. I kind of like that description.
3 out of 10 for Frank. 2 out of 10 for Katrin.
Katrina Law.
1.5 out of 10 for the movie.
I don't understand how it
I'm going to watch that shit just for the... I don't know. I want to see the train wreck now. I'm not paying for it. Not
2
directly.
out of 10. Frank Grillo and his boring face.
Yeah, if you don't like Frank Grillo, you're...
I like this Groundhog Day movie.
Which one?
We watched a couple movies.
I can't remember what it's called, but he kept dying and repeating to, like, I don't know, his wife's office or something. But what the hell is that movie? It came out like 3 years ago.
We watched the One Love, the Bob Marley movie.
Bob Marley movie, yeah.
It was okay. It was a PG-13, even though they smoked pot the whole time. I was kind of hoping that there was like more drama in his life, but there really wasn't. Like for being like revolutionary and stuff, I thought there'd be more drama, but what do I know? And then, we watched that McAvoy movie, Speak No Evil. That one was pretty good.
Yeah, I added that to my list last week.
That was pretty good. It was like a big build up to like the breaking point where they're like, no, you know what, McAvoy, you guys are fucking creeps, we're out. And then like all the action started. But it was entertaining enough.
Okay.
I wouldn't say don't watch it. It was entertaining. And watching McAvoy be weird and creepy, always a good time.
That's fair. The trailers made him look creepy enough that I was like, man, I want to watch this. Yeah. Just from that alone. Hey, my battery saver is on.
Well, we're also at an hour 42, so.
Oh yeah, we are. until editing happens.
The fake lens flare filter was distracting. It had the worst regard of ammo amount I have ever seen in a movie.
Worst regard of ammo. Wow.
That's true. There was times when they had like machine guns and they were just like brrr, 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 and never reloaded once. Like, and you're just like, wait a second.
You just didn't see him reload. It happened off screen.
There you go. When it cut away.
Yeah. Then they reloaded and they grabbed back to it. Then they hit a trap door that they were trying to avoid and they went down there on purpose. But I don't know. I guess, like I said, I'll probably watch I already got tickets. So I'm watching Nosferatu tomorrow. And then I was going to watch Heretic too, but I heard not so many. It's like on mixed reviews. Like I had one group say, oh my God, the movie's really good. And recently another group's like, oh, it's not all like.
Yeah, it's on streaming, so whatever.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like, well, at this point.
You're not wasting money at this point.
Right. So it's like, okay, whatever. Give me something to do.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch anything until next calendar starts. For them platinum points.
Oh yeah, at this point, a couple days away, there's no way for that. But I have nothing to do tomorrow, so.
Probably go watch Mufasa. I read a review. It said it's better than you think it's supposed to be.
So I hope so, because I have no expectations in the positive side for that movie.
It's the number one movie in the world, sir.
That is true, though. Keeps
even though Sonic isn't
by Sonic in the United States, but hey, whatever.
I read that Sonic doesn't even come out worldwide till like the 15th or something.
They just wanted to get it in for Oscar consideration in the U.S.
Wouldn't be surprised. I just thought the movie was okay. I mean, if you're a Sonic fan, you'll probably like it.
Yeah,
But
if you like the
overall-
last two movies, I thought it was fine.
Well, yeah, I definitely like the last two movies. I just mean this. I can't say standalone because you need the other two movies kind of to watch this one. But it was at least the last movie, and it was just like, all right. I mean, nothing too crazy happened.
No, I mean it's more of the same.
Shadow. Yeah, Shadow was about how Shadow is supposed to be. The stuff at the end with Metallic Sonic and Amy. Okay, great.
We'll see. Maybe they can make the fourth one without Jim Carrey and do something new.
Yeah, that I don't. I mean, obviously the fourth one's in the works, but I don't know. I mean, how can you do that though if you have the Metallic Sonics in?
We don't know who made them.
Well, didn't Robotnik make them the first time?
Maybe.
So that's why I was all like,
Maybe.
well, if Shadow can survive, so can Robotnik.
Well, yeah.
Well, then again, Shadow's got so much chaos energy and
Exactly.
his shit going on, and he had the crystal power for a little while there. So it's like, whatever. But again, I didn't mind that. I'd rather watch that again before an episode of Skeleton Crews.
But we
But
need
you're gonna watch
Fan
Skeleton
Lou to
Crew
watch
tomorrow.
Skeleton Crew. Damn it.
Do what?
We need Fan Lou to watch Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, we do. Like I said, I think as a fan, the last episode wouldn't have bothered me as much. As a critic watching stupid shit, it was just like, what the fuck? But just watching it play out, like I said, thinking about it, all right. I was like, thinking about it, it's like, that's not too terrible. It's just, I got to just not think about it. Which is sad. That's the fact that to enjoy it, you have to not think about it.
But it's Star Wars. You can't think about anything in Star Wars.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's starting to be the case.
It's how it's always been.
Mm-hmm. Always will be.
But I was going to say, but it doesn't have to be that way. They can
It
write something
doesn't,
good.
but that's how George Lucas set it up.
George Lucas don't even own it anymore, and he hasn't for a dozen years. Get somebody else to do it.
Dave
Oh,
Filoni.
wait. I was like, no, we got somebody, and she's fucked it up like there's no tomorrow. So we can't put a chick in it and make it gay. Okay, yay. That works. Yeah. Yeah, there are. The moms.
Maybe they're not gay. Maybe they're like the witches in Acolyte.
And
That's
they were
not
gay.
helpful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
I was
helpful
like,
for Lou.
they were.
You're not gay if that's all you know.
I don't know if that's how the definition works.
Can you be attracted to the opposite sex if you've
I was
never
gonna
seen the
say-
opposite sex?
This is one of these things that Jack supports men and women's sports. Mm-mm-mm.
Let's go. It's the only way I can win a trophy.
Dude, right?
Outrunning them slow bitches.
Dude, that's another hour and a half topic. Oh,
And I got to go to the bathroom, and I can't sit here that long.
I hear you. It's an hour 45. And we're good. We'll pick this up on Sunday.
All right.
We'll start with men and women's sports on Sunday.
Oh, shit.
Dad
Okay.
joke.
Then I'll
I'll
jump
see
in.
you guys next year.
This guy.
I'll jump in about
what was that?
45 minutes in, and then we can talk about it.
What was that meme? I got enough money to pay my bills the rest of
Yep.
the year. I'm good.
I don't have to work the rest of the year. I'm good.
Yeah.
But you do. You got to work tomorrow.
Matter of fact, I'm
I
taking
do.
the rest of the year off. F that.
Must be nice.
Oh yeah, you actually don't.
Cut
Yeah,
it
no, I
out.
actually do have to work.
Oh, this
Lou,
guy.
cut it out.
All of us fucking Gen Xers will get that, and some of the boomers. Everybody else will be like, "What did you talk about?"
R.I.P. Bob Saget.
All right, Duke, go potty.
Right?
All right, kids.
Go do your
Deuces,
thing.
y'all.
Peace.
Enjoy that. Be safe out
Happy
there.
New
y'all.
Year, everyone.